Hey, it's your man Bentley Kyle Evans, and welcome back to another episode of the Hollywood Blueprint. And today I just want to talk a little bit about what it was like filming in front of a studio audience. Now, we're on set now, and we're shooting a show, Mind Your Business, but we don't have the luxury of shooting in front of a live studio audience. For me, it's okay because we're gonna pump a lot of laughter into the episode in the post-production process. That's what we do now. It's more cost effective, but there's something about that live element that I miss. When I did the show Martin was a guy that he thrived off of the audience. He needed that interaction. He needed that confirmation that what he was saying was magical, and we were able to get 137 great episodes of him doing that. But here, on some of the shows that I've been shooting recently, I feel like the studio audience is almost a dying breed. Now, I know on some shows like The Neighborhood and some of the newer sitcoms that are existing out there now, they still do studio audiences, but it is a very rare breed, and hopefully we'll be back to doing that soon. After COVID, it kind of killed that ideology of doing that, but we also realized that we didn't necessarily need it. It was a waste of time in a lot of senses, but for the performer, they probably need a little bit of confirmation from an audience to really give you the best performance, especially the ones that are stand-up comedians and real performers that really need to feel the love from an audience. So for me, I miss it. I hope we get back to it, but I think we do a really good job of producing content without the studio audience. And sometimes I have to work with my actors and tell them where to pause and where to give me a little bit of space, because I know that once I get into post-production, I'm gonna need those spaces to put in different laughter and different scoring and things like that. So it's really to my advantage that we don't have a studio audience, because it helps me move along a lot faster, and it just works great for my business model. It makes sense for us to just look at this whole business model of doing shows on a soundstage without having to use a studio audience. But I have mixed emotions about it, because I do miss it, I do love it, I do love the feeling of what it felt like on set when you had a DJ spinning records in between scenes, and it was just something about the love of the audience to really appreciate the experience of being on set. So it kind of worked for both. We entertained, when I say we, the entertainers, the actors and the directors and the producers entertained the audience, but then the audience gave us feedback, which helped us be able to know if something was funny, if something was working, if it fell flat, and etc. But for me, I feel like I have a pretty good barometer of what it is, what's funny, what's working. And I will say this, your crew members, your cameramen, your boom operators, they give you the barometer. They are the barometer of what's working and what's not. And if you can make a cameraman laugh, pretty much you know it's working. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on what it's like shooting in front of a studio audience versus what it's like not having a studio audience. Either way, it doesn't really matter as long as you're getting the content in the can the way that you intended for it to be. So that's my 2 cents. I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Hollywood Blueprint.